Okay, I'd just like to give a quick review of what I consider to be some of the most important and beneficial exercises a person can do. And they're based on this book. It's called The Five Tibetans by Chris Killam. And they're basically just 5 simple exercises focusing on flexibility of the spine. Here's an idea of what they look like. Now, I do a lot of different exercises, from running, cycling, yoga, various martial arts and calisthenics. And along with running, I'd consider the Five Tibetans to be one of my essential workouts. Because a person can live without having big biceps or a six-pack, but if your spine or back goes, you're in trouble. And no matter how fit you are, or no matter how many years you've been lifting weights or whatever, if you've got no experience doing back bends, adding them to your routine will be greatly beneficial. Because having done them for several years now, my spine feels like an iron rod, and that strength radiates throughout my entire posture. They're very simple. They take about 10 minutes to learn and 20 minutes to perform. The author recommends about 20 of each, which I find is enough. But the Five Tibetans are one of those good base exercises, as in exercises which really aren't about aesthetic appeal, even though they do give you great posture, but more about maintenance. In other words, what good is a flashy sports car, i.e. big muscles and a six-pack, if it's got a broken engine? Well, the Five Tibetans are about maintaining the engine, which for long-term health is more important than simply being ripped. It's the equivalent of watering the roots of a tree and not just the leaves. By taking care of the core, that'll be reflected in the extremities. Also, if we look at the yogic and oriental systems of health, good structure equals good energy flow, and the spine represents the central energy channel. If that has poor energy flow, then so will the rest of the body. And the Five Tibetans and Backbends in general basically work the central energy channel. They'll sweep away any cobwebs and help release tension. So in these days of sitting hunched over a computer for hours on end, spinal health really cannot be underestimated. Just think of how many people complain of a bad back later in life. But several years doing the Tibetans, I never experienced back pain. Now you might be thinking, oh, I do my rows at the gym, my back's in great shape. Yes, but is your spine? Flexibility is a different sort of strength to muscular strength, and it really should be considered for anyone looking for a complete approach to fitness. Just ask Bruce Lee. Also, practicing the Tibetans opens the door to other back bends, which all work the spine in ways conventional exercises won't, such as the bow, the hero, the bridge, the upward bow, and various others. If you can do any of these, your back and spine will love you for it, and will reward you with great posture and energy flow. But next to the skull, the spine is the most important bone in the body, but there's few natural movements we do in daily life that really work its flexibility. So back bends are an investment for a lifetime. They water the root, as it were, and the Tibetans are just a great introduction to that. Now, if you want an actual demo, there's plenty of videos showing you how they're done. Just type in Five Tibetans and take your pick. Or better yet, just buy the book. But I can't recommend them enough. As I say, I'm into a host of different workouts, but if I could only do 2 things, I'd run and do the Tibetans. So, coming from a fitness nut, highly recommended. Check out the book, and thanks for watching.